Doggy, strike you down.
Really drives me freaking crazy. Let me finish. That is absurd. What a disgrace. Now, for crying out loud, I'm glad you came back, doggy.
Strike me
Down. Yes, sir. I can't hear you guys. Daughter, they took my headset off. Where is the doping death? Strike me down. Yes, sir. The strikes. I didn't win the game because of that. Don't go down. Now, when I ask for it, I am strong and powerful. Oh, yes. I was an all-time great, and I ain't talking about you. By the way, Alan, did you know that we went out to Vegas, Rob? You know, he bet 8 NBA over and unders for the regular season. He bet the Kings over 45. You are unbelievable. You are a secret gambler. You! 7 teams?
Come on.
Can you pick a couple and not do 7?
No.
7 teams? I'll take all that money out there because of you? You're nuts. Anyway, are we ready to go? Let's go!
Let's go.
Number 1, how about Diego Pavia? He's the Vanderbilt quarterback. They beat Alabama last year, and obviously he was all excited because Vandy beating Alabama is a big deal. But when you're playing Alabama again, and the next year after you beat them last year 28-29-0, and the game is in Tuscaloosa, can you lay low and not go crazy and chirp all week about how you're going to go out there to do to Alabama what you did the year before? This is after Alabama won at Georgia. You know they were annoyed. You know DeBoer was going to have his team ready saying, hey, you know what? They beat us last year. This is Vanderbilt. And we went to Nashville and we got killed. This is not going to happen again. And then the quarterback goes out there and makes it worse by saying we're going to do what to Alabama what we did last year. And then he goes out there and he throws a big interception in this game. They scored 13 points. And he fumbles, which is a huge play in the game, and Alabama cruises in the second half. When you're Vanderbilt, and don't let me hear about the idea you're trying to change the culture. When you're Vanderbilt, you know when you lay low, this is Alabama. This is Nick Saban. This is freaking, Bear Bryant, Mark Starr. These are the great. This is Richard, Joe Namath, Ken Stabler. You allow them to mellow out a little bit and say, you know what? We were fortunate last year. We'll give it a go. Don't give him bulletin board material. You're the Vanderbilt quarterback. Oh, that drove me crazy. Final score 30-13. I did not bet it. Alabama covered was 10.5. But this is stupid. I was really down on him. That is item number 1. And you know I'm right. And you know I'm right, God darn it. You know.
Go ahead, Alan. Go ahead.
I wait, and when he start lying, I say something.
Well, listen, I'll say this to you. You're absolutely right because you're at Vanderbilt. I mean, he had the victory last year. He was probably thinking, look, y'all ain't what y'all used to be. I saw what Florida State did to y'all. I know I could do that, too, because I did it to you last year. But he chirped. He opened his mouth. You can't do that. Not when you're playing at Vanderbilt. You got a lot of nerves.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Peter, you agree? You can't do that.
Come on, Commodores. What are we doing here?
Where is Swagu? Is Swagu here, or is he still looking at his daughter's volleyball game?
I do not agree with you, by the way. I don't agree. This young fella last year talked his stuff and they won the game. Why would he change? He trying to get his team going. I understand you being mad and they lost, but this is who this quarterback is. So I got to show him love for doing it last year. I'm going to show him love for doing it this year.
Well,
you got to back it up, Al.
He didn't do it this year.
They won. Yeah.
I agree with Swagu.
Oh, you agree with Swagu? All right, you could disagree.
I agree. I agree with him.
So you like it.
You gotta be you.
Gotta be you. Okay. And he would know. All right, that's number 1. Number 2, like the rest of America, last week was a brutal week. You had your survival pool. You do 20 of those too. You bet like you're nuts for crying out loud.
Such a liar.
I ain't a liar. He's in 6 pools. And he's not like Schrager, who's in a $10 pool. His survival pool, you bet the one team a week. It's $10,000, $15,000 just to get in for crying out loud. Anyway, what I did this week, I was stuck for a team. I had taken Buffalo against the Saints. I had taken the Lions. I was stuck for a team. So what did I do? Like the rest of America, I took Arizona against Tennessee. Oh, my God almighty. And Arizona's had a lot of issues all week. The kid drops the ball when he's running into the end zone. This is an undrafted running back out of TCU 2023. Can you make sure you freaking score before you drop the ball? And I'm sitting there watching this. It's going to be 28-6. If he scores and he drops the ball, this is an epidemic, this dropping of football. Can you cross the goal line? You think Lombardi would put up with that? How about Larry Brown? You think Larry Brown would put up with that? I mean, my goodness gracious. This is ridiculous. And then they fumble the ball off the interception. interception. Only Arizona could get an interception. And then the guy fumbles it that goes in the end zone. And Tyler Lockett, this is unbelievable. Only the Cardinals, who never win. Here's Cam Ward. He makes a terrible pass. Kid fumble. He makes the interception. And then he fumbles it in the end zone. And Tennessee falls on it for the touchdown. And I'm sitting there at 6:30 eating Monte Russo's lousy veal parmesan. As you've known before, I'm gagging because I got knocked out of my pool for crying out loud. Oh, my God, that was terrible. What a loss. I knocked out my pool. That's number 2.
There's nothing to argue about that. You're absolutely right. Arizona is inventing ways.
Man, dog, did you just call your wife food lousy?
No, my mother's wife. She's 91. She can't cook anymore.
His mother-in-law.
Wife's mother.
He's always making fun of me that I made fun of her veal parmesan. That's why I brought it up again.
Exactly. I can't believe you still have a home to go to with the stuff you say about your
Wait till you hear this
You're
third
ridiculous.
one. Wait till you hear this third one. Wait till you hear this third one. Go ahead, A. Anything?
Listen, running back, why are you so anxious to get rid of the ball anyway? Running back always trying to hold on to the ball.
Yeah.
That happened
crazy.
the week before. Indianapolis did it against the Rams. What's the G?
That was crazy.
You got to cross goal line.
That's number 2. Number 3. My wife will never talk to me, but what the hell? Here we go.
Oh, my Lord.
Number 3. Did you see the games that
said, "What the hell?"
CBS and Fox had last week at 1 o'clock? Did you see those unbelievably awful football games? 4-6. Game was not competitive in Indianapolis. Saints beat the Giants. Giants had 5 turnovers on 5 consecutive drives, for crying out loud. Spencer Rattler, who I love, who's a big Mad Dog fan, by the way, this Saint quarterback.
We're so touched.
That was a disaster.
We're so touched.
You should be. 30-3 with your Cowboys beating the Jets before the Jets got a couple of late touchdowns. And Justin Fields has been awful. Let's call it like we see it. And Aaron Glenn's not Weeb Eubank. Let's also say that.
Broncos Eagles was a good game.
17-3 in the fourth quarter. The game was a disaster until the last 8
That's
minutes.
crazy they went for that, too.
Loud.
Them going
This
for
game, and like an idiot, Fat Bob made me bet the Ravens 44-10. He thought Cooper Rush was somehow Lamar Jackson. That was a disaster. And then the Panthers and the Dolphins, all right, they had some lead changes in the fourth quarter. Did anybody sit there? It was shown to 1% of America on TV. Did anybody sit there and watch the Panthers and the Dolphins from Charlotte? So I'm sitting there at 1:32 o'clock. It's a beautiful day, and I got this garbage on. This is the only 6 games that were on at 1 o'clock. And Minnesota and the Browns at 9:30. Even I went to church. I wasn't going to watch that game. For crying out loud. So that was awful too. So what did I do? I hadn't seen my wife in about a month and a half. I said, honey, you know what? There's nothing to watch. Let's go to brunch.
Oh, my God.
So I said, and she hasn't seen me for years because I've been sitting in front of a TV set outside of talking to you. And she said, you want to go to brunch? Yeah, the games stink. I got nothing to watch. I got nothing to do. So I'll look at you for 45 minutes. Let's go to brunch.
This guy's ridiculous. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, man.
So I had an Eggs Benedict, and I got back for the 4 o'clock games plus the Yankees, and they were losing 13-0. That made me happy against Toronto. So the idea that that the NFL gave us this garbage. That was the worst 1 o'clock games I have ever seen in my life. I'm all set up. I got my little shorts on, my white T-shirt on. And then I had to dress up to go to brunch with the missus. That's the last thing I wanted to do. And like an idiot, I had the Eggs Benedict. I had the phone on looking at all the school. So I didn't talk to her anyway, for crying out loud.
She should divorce you.
She might after this segment.
She should
Hopefully
divorce
she doesn't say, well, I might have to call you to get a hold of her to do that.
There you go.
Those are my thoughts.
You cannot blame the NFL for that. How do you anticipate that the Raiders are going to get romped like that? That the Giants are going to have 5 consecutive turnovers on 5 possessions? That the Broncos are going to 17-3 in the fourth quarter? You didn't anticipate that. And you certainly didn't see the Ravens losing 44-10. You can't knock the NFL for that. They can't play the games for the damn teams. You got to go out there and be competitive. NFL has nothing to do with that.
Too many mouths to feed, Stephen. They got a game Thursday night. They got a game in Europe. They got a game on Sunday night. The game on Monday night. And remember, Mahomes played on Monday night. Allen played on Sunday night. And they got Stafford playing on Thursday night. 3 of your best quarterbacks are not playing in a Sunday weekday deal. in the afternoons on Sunday, meaning
Real
I had to go to brunch.
Real quick. Spencer Rattler, huge Mad Dog fan?
Yeah, he is. I swear to God. I can't believe it. He watches. I saw him last year at New Orleans. I was walking back to the hotel. Mad Dog, how are you? I can't stand TV, but you're great.
You would think that a quarterback for the New Orleans Saints would be too preoccupied to listen to Mad Dog, but that's just me.
There we have it.
I loved it. I loved
Succeed.
it. I loved it. No nail biter for me, so I was happy about that.
Cowboys, right.
I live in Charlotte, so the people are a lot nicer when the Panthers win.
Very good.
My man Reggie is a Panther fan, so I was happy with the whole thing.
That's good. You had the Cowboys winning, the Panthers with a comeback in the fourth quarter.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Beautiful.
You may continue.
Allen Iverson, thank you so much for joining the show.
Thanks for having me, man.
Wonderful job.
Appreciate you.
Hey.
Happy anniversary to my man, Robert Thompson, him and his wife, B. 25 years. Congratulations, bro. Love you so much. Hope you watch.